All right, and it's not fully known how these changes will impact renters and the real estate industry overall, but some experts say there could be some unintended consequences here. So joining us now is real estate reporter. This is Erin Hudson. You have been following these developments. This is for The Real Deal. So this is a real estate publication, magazine, and website. So first of all, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. So I think the first reaction of a lot of people is like, yay, I'm saving on fees, but then there's other consequences that are going on here. So who is this going to impact the most?
Well, so undoubtedly renters, the millions of New York City renters will be impacted the most. Almost 70% of New York residents rent their homes, and broker fees have been a significant financial burden. Paying broker fees, that's thousands of dollars upfront to rent your apartment. So by eliminating those costs that have been prohibitive in the past, it's possible that renters may be able to afford to rent a wider pool of apartments. That said, there's also going to be a seismic impact on the 25,000 licensed real estate brokers in the city. When we think about brokers, we often think about the portrayal on reality shows like $1 Million Listing.
Right. Yeah.
And what these changes are going to affect, they're going to affect the average Joe broker, a parent who maybe does real estate deals on the side, renting apartments, an actor who maybe has this as a stream of income on the side.
Okay, so some of those smaller time agents.
Yeah, these are the ones who are going to feel like they could be put out of business. And even full-time brokers are concerned that they could see their income drop. And the reason that that's such a concern for them is because until now, landlords have never had to pay for their services. So you can imagine that it's a sudden adaptation to have to suddenly pay for something that's been free for so long.
Right. So initially, as you just mentioned, it looks like a win for the renters, but then there'll be some trickle-down consequences. So could this then, it could come back around and affect those renters in some way with rental prices actually going up? Is that a possible consequence?
Yes, it's definitely a possible consequence. Landlords are saying that they'll pass on the costs to tenants in the form of increasing rents. And there is already evidence that this is starting to happen. Brokers have told me that landlords have directed them to change their rental advertising listings to be no-fee apartments and to increase rent by hundreds of dollars.
So do you see this already, maybe putting some of those smaller agents out of business or looking for other work?
It will definitely impact smaller landlords the most because larger landlords generally have in-house leasing teams. So the smaller landlords who are mom and pop owners now face the choice of taking the financial hit and paying these broker fees, or are they going to take the responsibility to market and lease their apartments themselves?
Interesting.
So there could be a learning curve there.
And then as for the availability of apartments, does this mean apartments will be sitting longer, that we're not going to see the same turnover, or what do you predict there?
It could mean that it takes longer for units to rent. The reason behind that is that if landlords are going to try and save costs by foregoing working with a broker, they could face some learning experiences with having to market, advertise, and then lease their own apartments.
Now, we are almost out of time here, but I do want to just sneak this one question in because a lot of people are asking this. What if I just got an apartment, I paid this broker fee, can I get this money back, or am I already past that date?
Right, so there was some chatter about whether these changes would be applied retroactively because this is related to a bill that passed last year. And no, the Department of State issued a clarification.
Okay, so too bad for those
that
people.
it only applies to future transactions. So as of Wednesday, going forward.
Okay, well, it's good for the people looking, maybe not so good for the people helping them out. Well, thank you so much for joining us and explaining this all for us, Erin. Really appreciate it.